Well, welcome back, my friends. As you know, we have been following the Kevin Montgomery case since January of 2022. Now, I have a question, and maybe you guys can answer it. Why was it not a big deal to tear down the house in Idaho, but the jurors want to see different sites around Manchester today? That's what we're dealing with. My understanding is Adam was actually offered a plea deal. But with that comes conditions. That means he has to tell them where he put Harmony. Let's see who's in here. I see JTB, Sassy Ann. Hello, Tony. Chrissy, Jazzy Jewel, Mama B. Mama B said even before opening statements. Now, there's something to hide in that house in Idaho. That's all I can say. Hello, Debbie. So let's see what's going on. Hey, Kat. Connie. Connie, did you get your t-shirt yet? I'm getting real pissed off with the way that the postal system works. He's already blamed the stepmom. His defense attorney did. OJ, let's please not do that. Let's please not do that. Kayla has already taken an agreement to testify against him. To refresh your memories, that's done, concrete, sealed. His attorneys are saying she knew more about Harmony's murder than she's letting on. Well, no shit, Sherlock. Anyone that's followed the case for more than 5 minutes knows that. So let's just see what's going on in the courtroom. Good old court TV. We'll be right back. Rexy said, how can he blame her? Well, because she was right there, and her testimony is he gave her 3 blows to the face, and he said, I did something this time. She helped move Harmony's body around Manchester. Yeah, these are some very, very sick people. Let me tell you. These are people you never want to come across. Ever. While we are waiting on them to come back from court, let's just freshen up on our Harmony knowledge. How about Sarah asked, how many charges does he have? 4. 4. And don't think Teardrop is going to show up. He knows what's going to happen. He knows. He would rather have a hung jury or blame it on Kayla because he's already away for life for all his gun charges. And I hate to tell stepmeth, but karma's coming for you, stepmeth. You know, she wanted witness protection for when she gets out. Peach State said he pled to 2 of them. Will plead to the rest. But I know one he won't. I know one he won't.
Missing girl mystery in New Hampshire. We are getting an exclusive look inside the house where 7-year-old Harmony Montgomery lived before she vanished 2 years ago. It comes as criticism heats up for authorities, many questioning how state investigators did not see warning signs of abuse before this little girl disappeared. Correspondent Brian Enton is staying on top of the story live for us from Manchester, New Hampshire. So Brian, tell us, have police made any progress today?
Nicole, unfortunately, still progress, no sign of little Harmony. But for the first time today, we are getting a look inside the house where Harmony once lived.
News Nation obtaining these photos from inside the last known house missing 7-year-old Harmony Montgomery lived in. They show the bedrooms, kitchen, and inside the refrigerator. And you can see extension cords running throughout the house, hooked up to a generator outside because neighbors say the power was cut off. This is the house where police say Harmony.
And also the grandma and the uncle lived there. Jane said, "Who in the hell is Jane Bond? Brooks, I can't even believe my handle name has changed." "Well, who the hell are you?" "It's Amy." "Okay, I know who you are." Let me tell you how disgusting these people are. Look at Teardrop right there. Look at him. So he's pled to 2 charges. I've been watching this on court TV. I honestly try to give myself a break and stay away from it because everyone knows how heated I get about the Harmony Montgomery case. But let me tell you something right now. There is not a room hot enough in hell for him or stepmeth. They can make all the deals they want on planet Earth. It's not going to work where they're going. Hello, Mermaid. Mermaid said, "Oh, I didn't know you were streaming. I was just finishing up you and AB's live yesterday." Well, thank you for being here, Mermaid. There is justice on Earth. And as humans, we can't always put everything together to present facts and truth to other humans to convict someone. You know, we don't live in third world countries. We can just chop off an arm. We don't live that way in America. Some people say we should. I don't think so. Would you rather have justice on Earth or face God? It's a concept. I understand that. It's a concept some people can't wrap their minds around. New Hampshire does not have the death penalty. Many states have the death penalty and they use them. Oklahoma does. They seem to really enjoy it, and they seem to... Hell, they have barbecues outside when they do it. Florida, they love their death penalty. Alabama, Texas, hell, they put them on an escalator. They're like, "You're in line. You're next. You were convicted. That's it." California got rid of theirs. Illinois, New York. It's not used as often in America as people think. Missouri, woo, girl. Let me tell you what. Just me goes Missouri. Missouri, they'll kill a bastard. They will. I am just such a selfish person. I want to see them suffer on Earth. I just want that. I want that gavel to come down. You are guilty. You are not in society. You are behind bars for the rest of your life. Or you'll be behind bars for like 15 to 20, and then we're going to kill you. Not a popular opinion, but it's one that works for me and OJ.
His dad, Adam Montgomery, abused the little girl, even causing a black eye.
You're doing extreme punishments to her. She all kinds of stuff like that the therapist had gotten out of her just by playing dolls in a dollhouse. Imagine. I was.
Shut the fuck up, Crystal. Where were you? Tell me where you were. You know, you have had people sending money to you. You acted like you were Mother of the Year. You didn't do anything for Harmony except spread your legs to get knocked up. Are you kidding me? Something's wrong in society. I wish I could be the one to fix it, but I tell you right now, Mini Meth, you're a real piece of shit.
Horrified. I was like, no, I told DCF, and that was that. Like months later, they hand over custody.
How is it possible she got to stay with him after all of that?
I don't understand. I still don't understand to this day.
Harmony's mom says she warned New Hampshire's Division of Children, Youth, and Families about the abuse, but was ignored. They also haven't responded to our emails or calls since last week. So we showed up to their offices today.
Hi, my name is Brian Upton. I'm a reporter with News Nation. We've been trying to get in touch with the department.
I'll say this about Crystal. You can actually have a habit, like you drink wine, you like a beer, you smoke pot, and be an amazing parent. You really can. She chose new pogo sticks at the homeless shelter and drugs over her children. I don't think anybody would want us to be in Congress. I mean, any of us. Because there would be a lot of infertile bitches walking around. Anyone ever sit on the back patio after work and have a beer? Anyone ever get too tipsy on wine sometimes? Anyone toke on anything? Doesn't make you a bad person. But when you think that that enjoyment and that euphoria is more important than paying your bills and taking care of your own ass, let alone your children, what is wrong with you? What is wrong with these people? Hell, my parents had that down to a science. When you got to the garage, bring your dad back a beer. Okay. I just walked back in. Guess what? I was fed. I was housed. Big Christmases. Big birthdays. Car on my 16th birthday. College. The whole 9 yards. These people made a choice. And their choice was to get laid and paid. Babies for benefits.
Department, the director, about
Is he filming?
He is filming, yes.
Okay, turn around because I don't, this side of it's not public. And I will call somebody for you.
We waited, and a representative from the communications office arrived.
Hi, Jake Leon, Communications.
Hey, how you doing? I'm
DHHS.
Brian. I'm from News Nation.
Yeah, you just called me like an hour ago.
Yeah,
That's
we've
cool.
been
You didn't
emailing-
tell me you were on your way.
Well, we've been emailing Colin since last week. Is there concern here about the fact that she was missing for 2 years and no one knew?
I really am not able to get into that because it's due to confidentiality.
The department later sent us a statement saying the department is continually reviewing its processes to ensure the best possible outcomes for children and families. The Division for Children, Youth, and Families has conducted a preliminary internal review on this case, and as is the case whenever a critical incident involving a child occurs, a comprehensive quality assurance review is completed. The statement went on to say their primary focus is locating Harmony. Crystal's mom hopes that is everyone's focus right now.
Come forward and tell us something, because somebody knows something. It's a fact.
And Harmony's dad remains behind bars on abuse charges. Her stepmother is also locked up on a welfare fraud charge. And we just learned today she will now be facing an additional theft charge and will be back in court on Thursday. Nicole?
And Brian, just really quickly, I know that you spoke with Harmony's biological mother, and so she told you she does believe Harmony is still alive.
Absolutely. She believes that 100%. She actually believes that Harmony's father sold her for drugs and is alive somewhere. And that's why it's so important that anyone who sees her picture and thinks they might recognize.
She's an idiot. She is a total idiot, and she has lied and lied and lied about everything she did to try to find Harmony. Kat said, no tears when she cries, though. No. No. Her? No. She's had more children since then. More children have been taken. Still doing whatever she wants to do. Hell, if you want to get Crystal something for Christmas, get her a gift certificate to O'Reilly's. She likes to pick up heat and other things to mix up to smoke. She's disgusting. She doesn't care. She deserves zero sympathy. Zero. Get them fixed.
Recognize that little girl, either call the FBI or Manchester Police.
Yeah, we all want to get her home safe. All right, Brian, thank you. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to click on the red.
Super for that. All right, now we're going to go to someone else that totally failed Harmony. And I do not mean Beigefield here, but the uncle. Now, I don't mean to get our friend Susan's blood pressure through the roof, but it will happen. She will probably start cussing in chat, and that is okay. That is okay. OJ, I really don't need your bullshit right now. Okay, let's not do that, okay? Kat wants to know what is an O'Reilly's. It is an auto parts place where you can buy oil for your car, things that people actually use to make meth. OJ, let's please not do that, okay? Okay, that's my wedding picture. Okay, let's just do something different, okay? Should I turn the camera on so you guys can see what OJ is doing right now? Because it's getting real old. What is wrong with my kitty? Oh, thank you. Thank you for the kisses. He is so upset about Harmony. He got upset on the show yesterday. He was raising hell. And I figured out through talking to him, AB was on, I didn't know that OJ doesn't like Canadians. This is a new thing for me. Okay, there you go. There you get some pets. There you go. Thank you, OJ.
A second arrest in the Harmony Montgomery case. This time it is the stepmother of that little girl. Kayla Montgomery is charged with welfare fraud for allegedly hauling in 2 years of food stamps money, all while little Harmony was missing. Police say Kayla and her then husband, Adam Montgomery, were claiming Harmony as a dependent, even though the 7-year-old wasn't living with them. Kayla told police last week that during those 2 years, she believed Harmony was living with her biological mother, Crystal Sorey. Kayla believed that because she says back in November 2019, when she was still living with her husband and Harmony's death.
Look at those two. Look at them. Like when people come after me about how I'm so mean. I'm so mean. Oh my God, Brooks, you're so mean to Dawn and Candace. I can't believe the way you're judging the Wanderers. Would you leave your children with them? That's my only question. Would you leave your children with them? I don't care if you just have to go and get a tank of gas. Would you leave your children with them? The way OJ's acting, I might leave him with them. Thank you to my kitty. You're so sweet. Thank you. Thank you for the scratches. I love my kitty. Would you leave your children? We are not a court of law here. We are American citizens that have discernment, and we can decide who sits with us and who doesn't. So all of these people on the internet, oh my God, you would put a toddler in jail, wouldn't you, Brooks? Look at you. I saw some comments yesterday about lip lock. She said some things about Stacy and Sarah Wandera. Is there anything wrong with protecting yourself, your family, and your home? I have a robe. It's a Kansas City Chiefs robe. It's not a black robe. I don't sit behind a bench. Hang on, what did Queen say? Queen said, Brooks is like a conspiracy theory. Wait a week and has become reality. I see one thing wrong with that. Do tell. Do tell. I'm in a good mood today. Tell me. Now, again, this is going to get our friend, just me. She knows everything about this case. I'm telling you. If you have any questions about Harmony Montgomery, Adam, who we call Teardrop, Kayla, who we call Stepmeth, ask her. Matter of fact, I'm going to drop the link and she will, if she's not busy, she'll come up.
Dad, Adam Montgomery. Adam left with the little girl and said he was driving her down to Massachusetts to be with her mom. But that mom, Crystal Sorey, said she never took custody of Harmony and in fact hadn't seen her daughter since April of 2019, more than 6 months before. So where did Adam bring his daughter? And is that story even true? Nobody knows. And that's the reason Adam was arrested on Tuesday. He's charged with second-degree assault, interference with custody, and endangering the welfare of a child. So far, he has refused to tell police where his daughter might be. And as of right now, the last time anyone has seen Harmony was during a police visit to her home, a wellness check back in October of 2019. Adam's uncle, Kevin Montgomery, was worried about Harmony after seeing her with a black eye. He alerted the police that Harmony might be in danger back then. And Kevin Montgomery joins me live now. Kevin, thank you so much for being with me tonight. First, right out of the gate, have you had any updates at all from police or family members on Harmony's whereabouts?
None.
Nothing at all? No one sharing
No.
any information with you?
No.
No one's going to share anything with you, you broke ass, because you didn't do anything in the first place. Chrissy said, originally from Boston, and I'm so angry and embarrassed. Don't be embarrassed. Question is, how far is it from Lowell, Mass to Manchester, New Hampshire? I understand that Crystal has a new, there's another creator that's really taken up for her. I heard about it. Made my stomach turn. How long would it take Crystal Meth Sorry to get far? Oh, not get far, to get from Lowell, Mass to Manchester, New Hampshire, if she was really looking for harmony.
So
No.
tell me, what made you initially call the police on your nephew, on Adam? What was it that got you so worried?
So I won't get into details, but there was just things that raised an alarm with me, and I called the authorities. And I'll just be clear, I love the police. They're doing everything they can. First and foremost, DSS, or Family and Children's Services, failed my niece here. And that's why we're here today. If they listened in the first place, this was
Bitch, you did. You brought the police back to the house because you were so scared of Teardrop. You wanted to get your toothbrush after you witnessed Harmony, your niece, scrubbing out toilets with a toothbrush. You protected yourself. You could have grabbed Harmony any time. You could have held Teardrop off and called 911 and said, I need someone here right now. But you didn't. You've got to be kidding me.
wouldn't be happening. And my niece is out there. She has family that love her, aunts and uncles and grandmothers and great grandmothers and grandfathers. And yeah, we just want her home. And I don't like the public. If you can't help the situation, please don't distract from what the people that are trying to help are doing. The words, the viciousness, everybody wants to be in this story but me. I want to be as far away from this story as I possibly can.
There wouldn't be a story if you did the right thing. And what are you doing sitting in a damn parking lot with the rain on you? Are you a fucking chicken? Only chickens sit in the rain. You gotta be kidding me. Kat said, I don't like the public. Well, we don't like child abusing monsters. How about that? Justin said he should have taken her from there and saved her. Yes. Marie, love you. Love your passion for this case. He is a PS just like Adam. You know what? And they came from the same gene pool. Raise your hand if you gave any money to the uncle for his GoFundMe to find Harmony. If not, put up the middle finger.
But I can't. I have to be my niece's voice, and I'll stay as relentless as.
Stupid ass. You want to be her voice? You saw her getting beaten. You saw her taking care of infants. You saw her scrubbing toilets with toothbrushes. That's what I'm talking about, Chrissy. Let me see some middle fingers in here. Not giving him a damn dime of money. Kat said, not even a nickel for the subway. No one's got time for that. Kelly said he just pled guilty to tampering with evidence and abuse of a corpse. I did see that. So what's next? How long is he going to sit there and wait for the rest of the cards to fall? Why is he taking up everyone's time? See, those 2 charges he pled guilty to is because his defense team, paid by the taxpayers of New Hampshire, is because they are going to put a reasonable doubt in the juror's mind to say, Kayla killed her. And Susan and I have called this from day one. So he moved her body. He tampered with evidence. So you take those 2 pleas because he does not want to be in jail for the murder of a child. In the big house, you can go there for guns, drugs, you name it. Hell, you're sitting there playing cards and eating beefaroni with the boys. They don't care. You might get some extra loving in the shower. You never know. But you don't want to go to jail for that.
As long as my body will take, as much as it will take. I know there's a lot of support out there, but there's a lot of aggressiveness, and just back off.
Kevin, can I ask you if you've had a chance to talk with Adam, who is, again, he's your nephew, and Harmony is your grandniece, but have you had a chance to talk with Adam since he's been arrested or even within the days around his arrest?
I haven't talked to him in years.
Tell me about that.
I kind of want to keep the focus on Harmony here, please. I don't want to. That's my concern. The justice system, whatever happens, all that will take its course. I'm here to try to raise awareness of money with my GoFundMe page. And I just want to stick the focus on Harmony. I don't want this story to die. I don't want it to fizzle out. I want to talk about finding Harmony. Anyone out there that has seen Harmony, it doesn't matter if it was 6 months ago, 6 weeks ago, anything will help. Any information, any. Just imagine if it was your daughter, your niece, your granddaughter. People know. Someone knows. Someone knows something. Someone saw something.
So, Kevin, let me ask you, because there is so little information and because Harmony has been missing for so long, the only thing anyone has to go on is what was happening right up until the time that Harmony disappeared. And so that's why some of these questions are as uncomfortable as they are. They're necessary. In the police affidavit, you were very informative about some of the things.
Well, hello, Susan. Everyone give a huge round of applause to our friend Susan. Talk to me, girlfriend.
I am so pissed. I'm so pissed. This whole thing, I'm pissed.
I
They
know.
didn't drag his ass to court. He got to go in on Zoom, and now he's going to point the finger at Kayla. Now, Kayla is not innocent by any shape, means, but he did this, and he's going to get even with her for talking. I'm pissed. Oh, I'm pissed. Oh, breathe.
You called it. You called it when we heard the jail phone calls between her and Teardrop Scene. And you're like, it's all going to turn on her, even though we know.
Oh, we know.
They're both guilty.
No, they are. She's guilty of keeping her mouth shut, not doing anything, protecting her kids, but not Harmony, and possibly even making Harmony babysit so she could buzz with him. But he's the one who hurt that baby. We both know it.
Yep.
Otherwise, her kids would have been hurt.
You got that right.
Oh.
This case has really, really gotten to you, and I get it.
It has, and I couldn't tell you why. Her little face, her little eyes, her little grin, and it just, I hate that nobody stood up for this baby. And it just hurt.
Every adult failed her.
Yeah.
You know, and you can rage all you want. We're friends here.
Yeah. It just, she didn't have anybody in her corner. I just get angry.
Well, the best thing that Kayla ever did for her. Hang on, I get my glasses.
Come on, kitty. Come on. You're all right. Let me get you some food. Did I lose you?
No, right here. What are you doing? Cooking dinner?
Feeding the cat.
Well, come feed OJ. He's
I didn't want to feed her, but she was hanging on the door.
Damn you. The only thing that Kayla has ever done for Harmony besides claiming her benefits, and you were right, federal charges are coming for Kayla taking stimulus money.
Good. Good. I knew they had to be. If they were taking food stamps, you know that they were getting any benefit they could.
Yep. Kayla gave this. Kayla said Adam was driving the vehicle and Harmony was in the rear seat on the passenger side. And while Adam was driving, he turned his body and delivered sets of 3 to 4 blows with a closed fist to Harmony's face on 3 separate occasions over the course of a few minutes.
Yeah.
Kayla said after the final blow, Adam said, "I think I really hurt her this time. I did something."
Yeah.
He said Harmony began moaning, which continued for about 5 minutes before it stopped. No one checked.
Oh. No, they just went ahead and got breakfast. Oh. Oh, I hate them. God, I hate them.
Mm-hmm.
How can you be so depraved? She's a baby.
She's a baby. No one checked on her or sought medical attention for her. And shortly after noon, Kayla said she and Adam discovered that Harmony was not breathing and had died.
Yeah.
From there, they put her into an Under Armour bag and put her in the trunk as they ate Burger King.
Well, you know they're gonna eat their breakfast before it gets cold,
Mm-hmm.
and then they put her in the trunk.
Absolutely.
Mm.
And she has the nerve. She has the balls of a burglar to ask for witness protection for when she gets out.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna help.
To get her to talk, you've got to make a deal with the devil with these people.
I don't know. I see her double crossing the prosecution, not saying exactly what she knows, but playing it off.
Honestly, I wouldn't doubt that. Kayla's not dumb. She will want everything signed, sealed, delivered, and then she'll be out.
Yep.
That had happened to little Harmony before she went missing, and it was just heartbreaking to read the details that Harmony had been. I think one of the quotes is bashed around the house by Adam. That she'd been forced to clean a toilet with a toothbrush, and that she'd been forced to stand in the corner for hours, to the point where she wet herself. And then there are big redactions, big black marks all through some of the things that you told the police. Can you fill in what those blanks are, Kevin? What were the other things that you said that have been blacked out?
I'm not sure. I don't remember. I don't remember. I don't know what's blackout. I never seen those reports. I know what I said in the reports, and I stand that I said what I said. And I don't want to mess up this investigation by giving out too much information. The police are working their tails off. I know they are. I talk to them often. And yeah, I talk to them often about any way I can help. Or any details I can remember, we try to go over. And it's just heartbreaking. It is heartbreaking.
Kevin, can I ask, in some of the history that we've been reading through and trying to piece together this mystery, you called the police in.
He probably beat her too. He probably beat her too. They all lived in the house together. That's the reason he didn't care until he heard or found out that the lights weren't on. They all had bills they had to pay. And when Adam didn't own up to his end of the bargain, or greasy uncle, they got into a fight. That's the only reason phone calls were made. That's it. When he went to confront Teardrop, he brought the police with him. You know why? Because he was scared of his nephew. He moved out and left Harmony there to defend herself. Now, I know, Susan, you're not a big fan of old Uncle Kevin.
I'm not. He protected himself just like everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Through that. A well check wouldn't have costed him anything. As soon as he saw it, he should have called. Ugh. Not a fan of any of them.
No, I know you're not. No.
July of 2019, because you'd seen Harmony with a black eye. And then it's my understanding, was it you that called the police in October, just a couple months later, And if that was you, what was the circumstance that led to that call?
Correct. So that call is, it was my mother's house, and we wanted to go there and get some things that my mother wanted to retrieve and to check on the kids.
Okay, this is a liar. This is a liar statement.
Yep.
Some
Kids
things.
weren't afterthought.
Some
I'm
things
sorry.
my mother wanted to retrieve, and we want to check on the kids. Now,
Yeah.
listen, this is one of Susan's favorite parts. If anyone has a second, please check on Susan because she's not doing well. She's pissed.
I'm not doing well at all.
Correct. So that call is, it was my mother's house, and we wanted to go there and get some things that my mother wanted to retrieve and to check on the kids. And when we got there, we had to get a police escort when we got there to go in and get some of the things.
Can you tell me why and what it was that was so concerning that you would need a police escort to enter the home?
There was just conflict there. We had a falling out for whatever transpired.
Pussy.
Can you imagine?
Are you kidding me? We had a falling out.
Can you imagine your child, and it's your house, and you got to get a policeman to come there, but you don't take the kids? Oh no, I can't. Oh, I can't with these people.
But he said, we also want to check on the kids. We got a police escort. That's to get their shit. No one else.
Did they take the kids? No.
Did they check on the kids? Did they say, this is our return? And Grandma, guess what, Grandma? You're a POS too.
Yep.
And look at his eyes.
I can't with these people.
And yep, Kayla is still in jail. She's going to serve her sentence, and then she is out.
Yep. Probably as soon as it goes to trial.
Mm-hmm.
Because she'd have time served. Oh.
Nope.
Where are Harmony's rights? Every last one of them. I'm sorry.
Harmony has none. They took them from her. We have a new member of the family. Gil Sharp is here. Let's take a deep breath and welcome her to the family. Welcome, welcome. Do we not have a great community here, Susan?
We do. We do. We have the best members. I'm not even kidding. Everyone is so good to each other.
Mm-hmm. We get some scoundrels here and there, but it just all seems to come out in the wash, right?
Absolutely.
And a lot of people don't know this, but you are one of the founding members of this community before there was even a channel.
Yeah, I've been here a while, and I'm still enjoying it. I really, it's a good place to come to
Okay.
air differences and just gripe.
Just gripe, exactly.
You
Jam.
can't really do anything.
I'm a scoundrel. I'm a scoundrel. Yeah, there you go. That'd be a new t-shirt.
That's an idea.
Susan was probably one of the first members when I started the Long Hoax, and that was back, what year was that?
20, oh, Lord, 2021? It was.
No, I don't know. Because she made a post and she said, these people will start a GoFundMe before helping their children. I'm like, we're going to be best friends forever.
And I was right.
Yeah, you were.
And
Proud to know you, Susan.
I love you.
Love you.
Previous to that. And so just the safest way for no issues was to just get someone there that can mediate the situation.
So in that visit with the police escort, did you see Harmony and did you see what condition she was in?
I did. She looked timid, but that's all I could say on that. I only got a brief look at her.
And was that the last time any other family member that you know of saw her?
At least my immediate family. I'm not sure about his other side of the family. I'm not sure. My immediate family, on my side of the family, yes.
Did Harmony say anything to you on that last visit when you last saw her 2 years ago that might have been an indication that things were really bad in that home?
No, she didn't say nothing.
Was she allowed to talk to you?
I'm not sure. I didn't see.
Bitch, you didn't see her. Was she allowed to talk to you? It's like talking to Lone Wolf Spirit.
But you went there to check on her, you said.
Yeah. You brought the police with you to get your crock pot
Uh-huh.
and your trash bag full of freaking clothes.
Not even a passable liar.
Mm-hmm.
These people. God help me.
Anything to be said for her not to talk to me, I'm not sure.
And Kevin, what was the condition of the home? What did it look like when you went in there? This is the home where, you know, this little child was last living at 5 years old.
It just
Come on, Kevin, talk. The only thing he's more interested in talking is his damn GoFundMe.
Exactly. So did the house look tidy? I don't mean you can eat off the floor, but was the house tidy or
It was a flop house. You knew it was a flop house.
Absolutely.
No electric.
And they lived like that way too. They were shitting in those pink buckets.
Uh-huh. He's acting like he don't know. He don't know. He don't know. That was the whole point of going there, Uncle Kevin.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they had like 5-gallon paint buckets they were shitting in. But Harmony had to scrub the toilets with a toothbrush.
Yeah. Hers. I'm
Could
sure.
you imagine sitting on that hard plastic and taking a dump?
No.
And these are adults that can go get a
They probably had water if she's scrubbing the toilet with the toothbrush. They probably had water.
There's no excuse.
No.
None.
it wasn't well at all. It just wasn't well.
Can you be more specific?
Okay, here we go. History of abuse. According to Adam's family, Uncle reported black eye in 2019. By the way, that is unfounded, according to
Mhm.
Sununu's report. A strange wife said she saw a black eye. How could she? The last time Crystal saw Harmony was when she FaceTimed her at Easter at 2019. And if I get this wrong, let me know, because nobody knows more about this case than Susan.
I'm sure somebody does, but okay, let's do it.
Brother suspected abuse. Neighbors worried about living conditions. Well, you can worry about your neighbor all you want, but family is different.
Yeah. The family knew what was going on.
No, Ramblin' Rome said a strange wife is Kayla, is it not? No, that's Crystal. Crystal Sorry. We'll get to her in a second. I want everyone up to speed before we hear the trial. If he's got the balls to show up.
He don't.
Yeah, I would rather not comment.
Oh,
I know this is difficult for you. I know these questions are tough. I think everyone who's watching just wants to get as much information as possible to piece together this mystery and hopefully lead to finding your niece and solving this awful mystery. There are more children, 3 other children by Kayla and Adam. Those would be half siblings of Harmony. Do you know where they are staying tonight? Because both Adam and Kayla are now in jail. To our knowledge, are not able to make bond. Adam obviously facing these related charges, not to her being missing, but to child abuse and neglect. And Kayla now facing charges for fraud, for still collecting the food stamps for the last 2 years, even though Harmony's been nowhere to be seen. Where are their 3 other children tonight?
So from what I believe, only from a news interview from the mother, Kayla's mother has them.
Kayla's mother. So is that a safe environment? Do you know anything about her?
No, I don't ever remember meeting her mother, but it could have been once, but I'm not sure.
Did you have any concerns about Kayla? I know you had your concerns about Adam. You called the police, but did you have any concerns about Kayla?
Kayla and what? Did I have any concerns about Kayla with what?
And how she treated Harmony and what Harmony's...
Answer the question, dipshit. You're
He don't wanna. He don't wanna. She's so worried about him. Oh, I know it's hard. He's a freaking big boy. The one who you should feel bad for is Harmony. She didn't have a chance. Prick. Oh, move! I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I did it again.
I got you, girlfriend. I'm right here. It's gonna be okay. You know. I know how this case gets you. I know. It'll be okay. Everyone loves you. Say what you want to say. If we have to edit, we edit. You've just done a ton of work on this case, and everyone here loves you.
I'm so sick of these people. God help me.
Chrissy has a question. Why didn't anyone save her?
I have that question too. Not the judge, not family services, not her mama, not her daddy, sure as hell ain't her grandparents. Nobody. God help her. Why?
Peach State Mama said, you're saying what we're all thinking, Susan, so don't even worry about it. Now, remember the day I called you and I told you that the uncle had a GoFundMe?
Yeah.
You dropped the phone and then you picked it up and you were like, I told you they would do that.
Don't you know I want to be wrong about these people? I want to be wrong, but they keep proving me right.
Mm-hmm. Let's take a vote in chat. Over the years I've known Susan, how many times has she been right and how many times has she been wrong? I know my answer.
I've been wrong many times.
You have a gift, my friend. You do. By the way, did you like the gift we sent you when you were in the hospital?
I did. And Kitty loved the smell of the socks. She was batting around. She don't play with nothing. And she was playing with them. I was like, wow, burying her face in them. It smelled like roses.
Really? So your kitty likes roses?
I know. Who knew? She doesn't play with anything. But she was.
You know, and that happens with cats. If you're a cat person, I'm not a cat person. But it works out for me because OJ doesn't like mouthy white people. So we get along good. OJ has a problem with toys. He breaks all of them.
Kitty doesn't play with toys. That's just it. That's why I was so surprised when she reached up into the box and grabbed those socks. I was blown away. Nuts.
The circumstance was living with her?
I just don't want to.
I know it's difficult, but it's important information.
It is.
You know, when people are trying to figure out where to look, where to think, what clues might have been going on before she disappeared.
I understand that, but that's my purpose. That's my purpose, is to raise awareness on how to find her, who might have seen her, and that question has nothing to do with where Harmony may or may not be today.
So Susan, what did you think when I told you about the GoFundMe for $50,000 and he raised $5,000?
He's using it on drugs. He can't even hardly keep his eyes open. I swear, I think he's on heroin.
Well, I mean, he's sitting in the rain.
Well, he's under a tent, I'm sure. And I'm with Pat. I'm running out of names for this man.
Hang on. Amy Lee said, at Crime Lines and Lies, did you go by another name at any point? Someone's calling from Maryland. Hang on. I just want to know if I know you from somewhere else before making... No. Just me. Hang on. Hello? Hello, where are you from? Is this about Amazon? Okay, never mind. Let's get back to the show.
Can I ask you this difficult question, Kevin? And I think it's imperative because the way you're speaking, it sounds like you believe that Harmony is still alive. I think everybody wants to know if, you know, people who knew Adam or people who know Adam, and certainly that's your nephew, if you think he may have killed her.
I would not answer that. I'm holding out hope that we find and bring Harmony home safe.
What's in your gut?
My gut tells me there's always hope until you tell me there's no hope left to have.
I know this has been a tough night for you, all things considered, the weather as well. But Kevin Montgomery, thank you so much. I know you're raising money for the reward money for your GoFundMe. Let's hope that we can find your little grandniece. Thank you for doing this.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Click the red subscribe.
We lost Susan. She'll be back. Susan? Kat said that was the Temu of phone calls, Brooks. Well, when I answer the phone and I don't understand the nationality, it gets really upsetting to me. You know, I always have my phone on speaker. And so when, OJ hears like different accents and stuff, I know a few accents. My own, New York, Susan, she's from Missouri, and Kat's. And so when I hear a "Hello, how you doing?" I'm like, who the hell are you? And why are you calling me? Sorry, Susan.
Sorry about that. I hit the wrong button.
That's okay. Well, I have a special treat for you.
Oh, yeah?
I do. I know it's not your birthday. I know it's not your birthday, but you have done a lot of research on the judge that in wisdom decided to give Harmony to Teardrop.
Yeah. He needs to go back to
two
school.
states are also under fire. Let's get right to 5 Investigates. Kathy Curran with the exclusive details tonight at 6. Kath?
And Ed and Maria, sources tell us that Massachusetts judge at the center of this case was Mark Newman. He retired in 2019, months after he granted custody to Harmony's father, a man with a criminal history who was living in New Hampshire.
Judge Newman, Kathy Curran from 5 Investigates.
Retired Judge Mark Newman keeps his back to the camera and heads for the door, not answering any of our questions.
We just want to ask you a couple of questions about the Harmony Montgomery case.
He sat on the bench for...
Coward.
Look at him run his ass back into the driveway. Look at that again. Look at that. After he knows. And good for her. I wish JR was there. Hell, he would have gone in there and started making tea and put a lasagna in the oven.
Mark Newman keeps his back to the camera and heads for the door, not answering any of our questions.
We just want to ask you a couple of questions about the Harmony Montgomery case.
Look at him just running his ass in there. Why did he not just answer the questions? He knows Harmony was murdered. He knows.
He'd have to take accountability. No freaking way. Nobody takes accountability. Nobody.
And you know what? He is still presiding over traffic court in Massachusetts.
And that's the shame of it. He should have been tried for neglect. I don't know. I don't know what to... All of these people, they're pieces of shit.
Yes.
You have one job. You're supposed to protect kids.
Yeah, and your job is to follow the law and sit in judgment according to the law. You did not follow the law. You are not a good judge. You should not be a judge.
Clearing his desk before he retired. That's all he was worried about. You see a teardrop on a guy's face and he's in jail for a suspect in a murder, shooting somebody in the face, and you give a child to him? Idiot.
And not to mention, Teardrop is still a suspect in a murder in Lynn, Massachusetts.
Exactly. And he didn't look at any of this? He couldn't have. Yeah, I'd want him sitting on the bench.
He sat on the bench for almost 17 years, received many awards, and can be seen in this video encouraging kids to stay in school.
We can raise the educational achievement of your children.
But sources tell 5 Investigates Newman is at the center of the troubling case involving 7-year-old Harmony Montgomery, who has been missing for 2 years.
He was the first justice of the Essex County Juvenile Court in 2019 when he made the controversial ruling in Harmony's case, granting her father, Adam, who was living in New Hampshire, custody of the little girl. Records show Adam Montgomery had criminal histories in Massachusetts and New Hampshire and served several years behind bars before regaining custody. His convictions include criminal threatening, assault, armed robbery, and assault with intent to murder for shooting a man he was buying heroin from in the face. Now he faces child endangerment and assault charges for hitting Harmony.
This is an appalling decision.
Child advocate Maureen Flatley says it should have been obvious that placing Harmony with her dad would put her in harm's way.
If anybody suggested that this child might be appropriately placed with a father that had a criminal record that included shooting somebody, they really need to have their head examined.
Harmony had been in the custody of the Massachusetts Department of Children and Families. 5 Investigates has learned the case was being handled out of DCF's Haverhill office. When a child in state custody is being placed in a home across state lines, the Interstate Compact for the Placement of Children, or ICPC, comes into play. The agreement would have triggered New Hampshire's Division of Children, Youth, and Families to ensure the home and the caregiver can meet the child's needs, to put services in place, and make sure the child is monitored and safe. In this case, Judge Newman granted custody to her father with no ICPC in place.
Well, it seems to me like the system failed pretty much in every possible way that it could.
Harmony fell off the radar of child welfare agencies despite warnings of abuse and neglect from family members and police responses to her Manchester home. This week, New Hampshire's governor blasted the Massachusetts court system for placing Harmony in the hands of a, quote, monstrous drug dealer.
Why a judge in Massachusetts would have placed Harmony in the custody of this monster that had a record of drug dealing, had a record of assault, of violent assaults.
We just want to know what played into your decision.
And the trial court is cooperating with the state's investigation. Judge Newman is now a fill-in judge. Sources tell us DCF was against this placement, but there are also questions about their handling of the case. New Hampshire officials tell us they were waiting on information from Massachusetts to complete that ICPC. Kathy Curran, 5 Investigates.
Not what I mean?
Not good enough.
Everyone pointing fingers. Nobody's part of the solution. No. It's not us. It's not us. No accountability whatsoever. Fuck them. And that's the way I feel about it.
Now he's a fill-in judge. I wouldn't let him be safety patrol with 4th graders.
I'm a freaking dog catcher.
And this is what happens when the system breaks down.
Yeah.
Now, this is a totally different case. This is Gabriel Fernandez. I'm not going to get into the backstory.
Thank you.
You can look it up. But all the social workers and the judge were held under the magnifying glass. And it was all dismissed.
Yeah.
After this, I will tell you why.
Fernandez was one of the most gut-wrenching cases ever tried in Lake County. And today, a judge dismissed the charges against 4 social workers who were accused of failing to protect the 8-year-old. Eyewitness News reporter Rob Hayes is in downtown LA with more. Rob.
Yes, DCFS workers all appeared in court to hear the judge throw out those charges. They were facing prison sentences, accused of child abuse and falsifying records in the Gabriel Fernandez case. Now, that 8-year-old boy died 7 years ago at the hands of his mother and her boyfriend. The 2 were charged with torture and murder. Isaro Aguirre, the boyfriend, was sentenced to death. Gabriel's mother, Pearl Fernandez, was sentenced to life in prison without parole. But prosecutors also went after the social workers in that case, saying they failed to take the appropriate steps to protect Gabriel and then falsify documents related to the case. On appellate court in January, ruled the charges against Stephanie Rodriguez, Patricia Clement, Kevin Baum, and Gregory Merritt, all employees of LA County's Department of Children and Family Services, should have been dismissed. So the case was sent back down to the trial court today, and Judge George Lamelli did just that.
Pursuant to the Court of Appeals directive, the motions to dismiss are hereby granted, and the information is hereby set aside.
But we are very grateful for the court's decision.
No accountability.
They squeezed the judge. It's all politics.
Yep.
You wash my hand, I'll wash yours. You pat yours.
I've had it with the whole system.
That really hard on Gabriel's mother and boyfriend.
Yeah.
But when it comes down to the government squeeze,
no accountability for them.
They're all puppets.
Yep.
So watch what puppet you vote for.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you give accountability to the people that are not protecting the children, things will change.
They're all about accountability until it comes to them.
Yep.
The fact that the court has found.
And look at those losers wearing those rags on their faces.
Yep.
Look at that. You gotta be kidding me.
They don't want to show their face. You kidding? No. Somebody might hold them accountable. See them in the grocery store and say, "Yo, you're the one."
They are all factually innocent, including.
Now, the judge today did rule that the workers were factually innocent. That means their records will be cleared. DCFS this morning released a statement saying it has taken steps to mitigate risk and to improve its ability to serve vulnerable children and families. Reporting live.
How dare you question them? Their records are expunged.
Mm-hmm.
Something wrong with that.
It's as if nothing ever happened. Nothing ever happened.
Because nothing did. Nobody's seen nothing.
Not according to them.
Ugh.
Factually innocent is a word that people that don't like their feelings hurt use.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the ones that say, "Oh my gosh, no one talked to me today." Well, you know, you can say that in kindergarten.
Mm-hmm.
You can, have some issues in high school, but when you're in the real world, it doesn't work that way.
Nope.
Chrissy said, "I love Susan. I think we're soul sisters."
How sweet. We're just common sense and decency. That's all it is, hon. And we have it, and evidently the world's gone mad.
Well, then I will play this for...
Love Patty.
Through that with you, because if you do speak to Mr. Montgomery's refusal to appear today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to issue an order that indicates that approximately an hour prior to his transport time from the New Hampshire State Prison shall ask Mr. Montgomery whether he will be accepting or refusing transport. If Mr. Montgomery informs New Hampshire State Prison officials that he will accept the transport will be informed and they'll immediately go up to the prison to get him. Okay, so that would mean he would be here on time. If he refuses transport, the sheriff's office
Okay, what she's saying is Bitch Boy is trying to refuse transportation to go tomorrow for his trial. But she's saying if he refuses tomorrow, the sheriff is going to bring his ass in.
Yeah, right. I'll believe it when I see it. He's zooming today.
Yeah. But he said he can't wait to confront these charges.
That's what he said. Talking out both sides of his mouth, just like always.
Office will be notified and transport vehicle will not be sent to New Hampshire State Prison. New Hampshire State Prison shall notify the sheriff's office and provide documentation of the refusal to the court. This process will continue each day throughout the trial and through the verdict until there's further order of the court. Okay, and I just wanted to go through that with you because if you do speak to Mr. Montgomery tonight, you can let him know that that's the order I'm going to issue. We'll need to communicate with the court will need to communicate with the prison, but that's the order I'm going to issue and that's what I expect will happen. Okay. All right, I think I've asked them to come back at 8:45 tomorrow morning. I've given them the communication instruction. I told them that if their regular route home involves driving by any locations that we drove by today, that they can take their regular route, but they're not to, pay any extra attention to those areas that we were in today. All right. Anything from that the state feels we should cover?
I guess two different parts, Your Honor. First of all, with regards to the instruction and the order on transport go, the state entirely agrees. There's been two separate, and just for the record, there's been two separate colloquies with the court, between the court and Mr. Montgomery today. It certainly seems that he is very clear in his intentions of what he wants to do and what he does not. The state accepts that and doesn't challenge that in any way. And we agree with the court's plan on how to deal with that moving forward. I think one of the two things that the state just wants to bring up is tomorrow morning. I know we're going to have the jurors back here for 8:45. What time might the courtroom be open and what time would you like to start with opening arguments, just so we can make sure the rest of the technology is going to work and it's in an appropriate location?
Okay, so what I told the jurors is be back here at 8:45. If all goes according to plan, that we would begin openings at 9. Okay. If everybody's here and everybody's ready before 9, then we would start before 9. But 9 would be certainly the go time. Okay. Absent some extraordinary circumstance, given the number of circumstances we had today, it would be great if somebody from each side can be here a little earlier, even if it's just one of you, because one of you can communicate with the other via phone if necessary. So that's fine. I think you have a longer distance to travel. Actually, I have no idea how far you come. So, so just being here a little early. Let me see what time can the courtroom be open?
They open at 7:45.
What about the courtroom?
Oh, whenever you tell them.
Maybe 8:30, Your Honor, if that's available.
Oh, definitely.
And I'll just at least give us 15 minutes before the 8:45 time to make sure things are ready.
That sounds great. And that way, if defense can also be here on that a little bit earlier side, so that we can just confirm that everybody's comfortable with where the technology is, that would be great. You don't have to come that early, but I just want to do it so that we can get an on-time start. And if we need to move things around, we can. It does look like we have a podium, so that's good. You'll have your witnesses lined up and ready to go for a full day.
Yes, we're going to be speaking with our advocate just in a few minutes. As soon as we get to this hearing, Your Honor, we'll be able to provide that list to defense counsel before they leave the courthouse. So we just need a couple of minutes. I know typically we always make sure it's done by 6 p.m. I think we'll be able to be earlier than that.
Great.
I guess just God bless you. I think just separate from that, Your Honor, one thing that I'm looking through the interoffice memorandum you stated regarding, apologize, let me slow down, Lieutenant Burke's write-up of Sergeant Fullermont's write-up of the interaction today. You stated earlier on that this is something that typically would be filed in court regarding the refusal for a transport.
Well, I don't know. I know that when we have that from the House of Correction, I don't know if it gets transmitted by the House of Correction to the court, and the court puts it in the file, or that must be the way it happens. So we can put this in the file as we do, with that. But the House of Correction is not a memo; it's just a defendant refused. Sometimes it has some explanation on it, but it's not quite like that. So that's why I would like you to confer with each other. I don't see any reason why it can't be uploaded.
I think the state's position is going to be that it should be uploaded in the memo. Certainly the facts that were in there were taken into account when considering the defendant's colloquies today. Certainly the defense counsel should have an opportunity to talk about it amongst themselves, but it is the state's position that this should be uploaded.
Say anything about that? Or you want to take some time to read it more carefully? You just got it, so.
Right. I think that there's new information on there that sort of falls into some of the concerns that I addressed earlier this morning. So yes, I'd like some more time with it.
Okay. So, all right. Anything else you wanted to raise? No? All right. Thank you, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow morning. If something else, I'll issue this order today. If anything comes up, please let the court know, and we'll make sure that we get a chance to communicate about it. Okay? Thank you.
All right.
And that's where we're at, my friends. Teardrop is going to have to be confronted by sheriffs tomorrow.
We'll see about that. They should hog tie that little bugger and make him come.
Tiffany said, Brooks, that pisses me off. I just got home to my laptop.
Yeah. Join the club. Jeff. Join the club.
Yep, his ass should have been sitting there the entire time knowing what he has done.
Yeah. And let everybody see him for what he is. Freaking coward.
And that idiot attorney of his going, I need some more time. No, you don't.
She reminds me of Elaine from Johnny Depp's trial and Amber Heard.
Yep.
She reminds me. People are idiots. But then he doesn't deserve a good lawyer, in my opinion. Let him crash and burn. I don't get it.
Tiffany read your mind. She said, why did they give him an option? Harmony didn't get an option.
Exactly. But that makes sense. In this upside down world we're living in, people don't make sense.
Yep. They want everything free.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely crazy. Well, let's send everybody out on a good note, shall we?
Let's do that. Yes. And I can take my medicine and get my blood pressure down.
All right, soul sister. Looks like we are out.
Yes, ma'am.
Coco said OJ is the worst behaved kitty. You go.
She's not wrong.
So I want your prediction. What is Teardrop going to do?
Throw Kayla under the bus because she talked.
Yeah.
Just my opinion.
But the evidence has to line up, and we have learned that over the years.
His word against hers.
Remember when you and I were battling all those people about Sophie Long, and we kept saying, no, her father's lying?
Yeah. I remember.
It all comes out. It all comes out in the wash. You know?
That's if they want to acknowledge it. Half of them just go away and you don't hear anything more from them.
Now, real quick question, since you're in the hot seat. Are you wearing your pink today?
I am. I've got my t-shirt on that you sent me.
Woo! That's what I'm talking about.
And it's got, we're wearing our pink today.
Now, I just want to remind you, this is not quality merchandise. It does come with cat hair. So make sure you turn it inside out and you hang it to dry, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Love you. I love you all.
You.
And
bye, guys.
back tomorrow. Thank you for being here and being great friends. And this is for Harmony.